news streams, but definitely will be listening to everything and talking about the Metakey. My God, it is a mayhem here in the office, which is kind of global. Everyone's working from home and everyone's going crazy, trying to see what's going on. So thank you so much for coming in and commenting anything, whether it's in support or criticism or hate, taking it all, accepting it all. I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it all. I have been um, a lot. I've been part of so many projects and been pissed off so much myself for not getting in and thought how these guys could have done it better. And being on the other side, one, it humbles me, and it also it kind of questions, all right, Maddie, what are you thinking about? You could have done things better. Why did you not do things better? Should we have pushed out the date of the launch of the Metakey much further down the line? And everything, right? So contemplating all of it. So not really going to go through much news, but we'll be just going through your comments and going through some of the Twitter questions that we kept seeing and hoping to clarify some stuff, hopefully give you guys some answers that you guys are asking for, and everything, right? I'm going to start with, again, just appreciation for everyone that supported the Metakey team project. Whether you guys have been in the Discord chatting about non-Metakey stuff, whatever it may be, that's given us confidence to keep building the Metakey, right? So first off, whoever you are out there, 1,000 followers, no followers, I don't care. Appreciative of everything. Okay, let's answer some questions. Now, I have continuously done this. I have underestimated the demand for each drop. Everyone in the team has been like, Maddie, this thing is going to go in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Although I have been like, no, guys, like it can't be. How can a $5 million worth of keys sell when there's a mellow market at the moment in 15 minutes? Like from where I come from, earning a salary, 5 to 8 years ago when I was employed, getting 60 to 70K per annum, going to work, getting $300 a day. It's still surreal to me. Yes, I'm an investor for a long time and I have made good capital returns, but still it's mind-boggling to me that in 15 minutes that much could be sold. So that's on me. Should we have done more supply? Maybe. Should we have put a mint limit? 100% yes. Rarible doesn't allow mint limits. There is no option to do that. That's on us because we should have not gone with Rarible. We've done the 3 edition releases on Rarible previously and it hasn't been an issue. All right, guys, so there are some questions that we have written here and I just wanted to go through some of them. And again, open to your feedback and we'll take any questions you guys have as well. But just really quickly, we'll go through some of this. So why 15 minutes early? Seems like early link for friends was provided. 15 minutes early. So basically what we said on Twitter and Discord is that we're going to post the link 10 minutes early, right? We said 10 minutes or around 10 minutes. But a lot of us, including me, did say 10 minutes. So let's just say that we said 10 minutes. Seems like an early link for friends was provided. No. So basically what we did was previously when we've done Artifact Studio drops or we did Genesis 1 edition or whatever edition it would have been, what we have done is when doing the drop 10 minutes early, what we realize is that it takes Rarible 2-3 minutes to approve everything, and then you have to upload the art, then you have to confirm that it uploads it into Rarible, and then you have to sign a transaction, and sometimes there's been delays there which have pushed it beyond the 5 minutes or that 10 minutes. So it's like it's hard to hit that exact 10-minute mark. So what I told my co-founder Marcia, I was like, hey Mars, screw it, let's just do it a little bit earlier because it'll give us 5 minutes leeway. If things go wrong, we'll hit that 10-minute mark. Rarible, I mean, the one time Rarible worked, and I'm not blaming Rarible, like this is just on me, right? The one time Rarible did things right for this drop, because of the server stuff, was during that transaction. It took it straight away, and boom, we were live 15 minutes early, and I was like, oh shit, we're 15 minutes early. Can't do anything now. Let's just post a link out there. So as soon as it went in early, we posted a link on Discord. No one got a Metakey in the office. No one even could open the Rarible thing. No one could have bought it on the secondary or on the primary markets. But what we did was, as soon as it went live, we bought the 500. which I'm going to go through later on. But yeah, 15 minutes early, not a single link was provided to friends. We all told all of our friends or any one of our families, guys, this is the Rarible website. Join the Discord. That's where we'll do the announcements 10 minutes earlier. We didn't even have time to give an announcement anywhere, right? In the office during these times, it's just mayhem. It's just madness because the Discord's going off. We put slow mode on, but it's still going crazy because there's so many people commenting and messaging. You can't manage anything. And then on top of that, the Discord bots broke. So the Discord allowed people to post scam links. So Michael's just been busy trying to manage Discord. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why on Twitter and our announcements, it's very difficult to put out official statements or anything. So it's been pretty crazy in the last 30 to 40 minutes. I mean, it's only 9:30 here in Australia. So it's just been crazy an hour to manage all this. So why 15 minutes early? Because I told Mossy to mint it early so that we'll have that 5-minute leeway of that approval process that Rarible takes. But it went through straight away. Boom, we were 15 minutes early. All right, let's just put it on Discord because that's what we promised. Straight away people need to know that it's ready to sell. People would have been watching the Rarible contract, so I'm sure they would have refreshed and be like, oh shit, wait a second, it's for sale, and probably would have purchased. We just tried our best, guys, to just, once the link is out, put it on Rarible. I see a lot of your comments, and I will respond to them, I promise. I'm just going to go through these 4 to 5 things because these were consistently asked questions, right? Insider trading, 100% not, guys. Like, again, like I talk about distribution all the time. You guys know that. I'm all about fair distribution, or at least allowing or watching projects distribute the assets over time, right? Because what normally happens, and obviously happened with us, is that whales come in and buy a ton of keys or whatever, and over time the projects, those keys get distributed to single wallet holders and distribution gets better. Again, did not anticipate so many people buying so much. We couldn't put a limit on Rarible, right? There's no limit that you could have put, like a transaction limit on Rarible. Would it have helped? 100%. It would have absolutely helped. I think OpenSea and Rarible, if we're going to be using those platforms in the future, they have to have these sort of mechanisms where there is a limit per purchase, per address. That's not going to stop people making multiple addresses and minting, but that's one thing we couldn't do with Rarible. So this is, again, it's absolutely on us. We should have had more control over the contract. This will be the last drop that we'll ever do with Rarible. Not Rarible's fault, my fault, because the reason why we went with Rarible, because 6 months ago there was no dev talent in the space. There wasn't that many devs. I didn't know who to hire and how to hire, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's just go with OpenSea or Rarible. OpenSea didn't allow us to mint ERC 1155s on the separate contract, so we just had to go with Rarible, and Rarible allows that. And what we thought was, okay, well, maybe if we go with Rarible, they will have the server capacity. They're used to managing all this influx of people. We're not. I'm not used to managing servers and updating servers. Like, I have not that much experience in managing this much demand. So this is all a lot of this stuff is new to me. So I thought, it's better to be dependent on Rarible or OpenSea to manage that, because they've got millions of people buying NFTs at this stage. What we didn't anticipate, and we're chatting with the Rarible team at the moment, is that Aavegotchi apparently during the same time did a drop or an announcement or something, and there was an influx that they were expecting from Aavegotchi as well. So there was a double amount of influx of people and just a lot of server pressure from Rarible side. Again, would it have helped having a single transaction limit? Yes. Why Rarible? Because I thought that it would have been a good idea to allow someone else to handle that load. But I think moving forward, definitely going to double, triple the hires in the dev department, in the kind of designing or architecting the drop department, just so that it's much more fluid and fairer next time. Insider trading, again, definitely not, guys. Like, no one, and like, I didn't know this thing was going to crash. I remember as soon as we hit that launch button and we posted on Discord, we could not, no one from the team, none of our friends, they were all messaging me, could enter Rarible at that stage. Why no staff response? Just because we were too busy managing the influx of Discord and making sure everything was somewhat okay. Like, we were just trying our best, and there's about 3 to 4 of us in house at the moment, or maybe 5 of us. But we were just trying our best, guys. What we're also doing is just what we're doing is just accepting and absorbing all the criticism that's coming in and trying to find out all the questions you guys have, and looking at all the stuff that we could have done better, and there is absolutely a lot of that stuff, and just putting a massive list together before we respond on all this nitty-gritty stuff, because there is a lot, and I think we need to think about all the stuff that, again, we could have done better, put it on a big response, talk about it internally, come up with some strategies moving forward, and just take it from there. Several bots with over 50, yeah, guys, I just don't have any explanation for that. Looks like there was just no limit with the Rarible, and I don't think they were bots. I think they're just whales coming in that just clicked 50 that had a ton of money that bought it. I don't think it was bots. We are talking with Rarible, and they're seriously very not hesitant, sorry, but they completely doubt, or seriously doubt, that there was bot activity. They know that it's a little bit complicated with what Rarible has for bots to get in and do this. It was just probably whales, right? It was just whales doing it. This is one of the reasons why I personally have not been talking much about the Metakey too much on Twitter. I mean, if you know the Metakey community, you know that we've got avatars coming. We've got, weapons, pets, and all sorts of NFT drops for Metakey owners. We've got like official stuff with Decentraland and the Sandbox. We've got like 4 to 5 game integrations we haven't released yet. There's a lot of stuff coming. I did not do a thread this time. I did not put that on Twitter before this because I thought there'd just be too much demand. And well, there was a lot of demand without that. All right, guys. I hope that answers some of your questions. Let me just read some of your comments, which I haven't. This window's blocking it, but I am ready to just look at all these comments. I don't know what you guys have been saying in the last 5 minutes, but let me just open this. All right. I like that they're taking accountability. The issue mostly lies within the server overload in Rarible. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, server overload, the influx of the pressure on the contract. I personally don't know the tech limitations, right? I am a biz dev person, definitely not a tech person, so we'll be hiring to learn more about that. I respect your loyalty to Rarible, but when you said you weren't sure if there would be any transaction limits on the drop, surely you realized the whales were listening. Yes, look, at the end of the day, there were whales that were going to be there. This is the options we had, right? I guess we had to either choose to go with Rarible because that's what it was planned, or hire a couple of devs to do an in-house contract, probably push out the launch of the Metakey 2 months, and take it from there. So we were like, you know what, let's just do a launch on Rarible. Let's hope it goes okay. And see what happens. And it is what it is, guys, right? It is what it is. It is. Come on, Maddie, you've been in the earliest NFT adopter. Surely you could have seen the influx coming. Crazy, you couldn't anticipate it. Honestly, Kevin, you're all right, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I should have seen it, but I honestly didn't think, come on, 15 minutes for 5 million. I didn't think, like, that much would come in. My naivety, I should have known better, but I just didn't think it would be that much. I thought, well, this is what I thought would happen, all right? I thought at least 30 to 40 minutes from the drop announcement would give people plenty of time. And if you came an hour late, that would have been fine, because I guess we already announced the timing of the drop and all that stuff. So if people had missed it at that point, I guess it would have been fair. It would have been on them. But at this stage, what I thought would have happened is that 40 minutes, maybe the drop would have sold out in 40 minutes or 50 minutes or something like that. And people therefore would have had plenty of time to buy it, right? And so that's why I thought, okay, it would go quickly, but definitely not 10-15 minute quickly. And at least it would have given people time in Discord to buy it. What I didn't anticipate was for Rarible to go down, because a lot of people obviously were trying to buy it and were early, but because Rarible was down, they weren't able to at least get one. I think if everyone had at least gotten one during that first 15 minutes, it would have been absolutely fine. But didn't anticipate Rarible to go down, guys. Again, absolutely on us. I think our website also went down. I'm not sure if there was a DDoS attack on that. Yeah, tech people we need in this company for sure, or more of them. We have Vic, who does a great job, but definitely need more. You underestimated how awesome Metakey is. I have no doubt Metakey is awesome in terms of the project. I just didn't anticipate 15 minutes of a sellout. Even if it was 15 minutes, that would have been fine. if Rarible held the line for us, if Rarible was up and the Discord Me6 bot didn't die on us, getting people to allowing people to just spam links and not really manage the influx of comments, then it would have been okay, right? I would have been able to manage that, because at the end of the day, we did say, come to the Discord earlier. The only issue was that Rarible went down, I think. And so 15-20 minute would have been fine if it sold out during then, because hey, everyone would have had the chance to get one. Again, it is what it is, I'm really sorry no one really, a lot of you guys, and one of the saddest thing is a lot of loyal people that I know have been in the Discord, following me on YouTube, on my Twitter, sharing my stuff, and I appreciate so much of you guys. My saddest thing is that you guys didn't get a Metakey, or those that didn't get a Metakey, I felt like I let you guys down, right? So I'm not sure what we're gonna do moving forward. The dedication to build a Metakey is 100% there. Our team is 6 to 7 people strong. We have a ton of funding now. We're doing another raise, so Metakey will continue to build massive projects and a line of value propositions that I personally haven't seen for NFT projects. But we are doing more NFT drops, and I promise you the next one is definitely going to be better. We only get better with our Metakey releases. So if you missed this one, it's available on the secondary market. And I know I kind of hesitate to point this out, because I know it's really frustrating that people that missed it have to buy it at a little bit of a premium. But what I anticipate happening here is that I'm hoping the price falls a little bit, because 0.2 to 0.43 Ethereum. I'm not going to market much on Twitter, right? I'm not going to blow this up on Twitter in the sense of what Metakey is up to. I'm going to let the hype die down a little bit. I'm going to let those flippers kind of get frustrated with the price not going up all the time, and hopefully it'll drop to a nice price of 0.2, 0.25 ETH, or maybe even a little bit less. And I hope you guys that missed out are able to get it at cost price. That's all I can do at this point. In terms of the whales, guys, so let's look at some of the whale wallets that got it. Price will not fall. Marius says, yeah, I don't know. Well, I think there's a lot of stuff we're doing with the Metakey. I'm just not gonna say it on my Twitter or on Discord. I guess we'll do it in our captain's log, so those that know about it can know about it. But all right, so let's look at the whale wallets, guys. Let's be completely open about the whale wallets and see. Look, if you guys want to do your due diligence, like look into the contracts. Everything is public. If you think that there's been some insider trading, take a look, hunt those wallets down. Let me know what you think about. Oh wait, I think one thing we can do is this 22,100. All right. Like hunt down those wallets. Like let me know if you find anything shady. Open for it. I've always been transparent with everything, right? Our captain's logs are us on video. I'm on stream. So anyway, let's talk about the Metakey vault. So what we did as soon as it went live, we purchased 500 because we promised our key masters. We promised our key masters one free Metakey edition 4 for you guys. So key masters are those that own edition 1, 2, and 3. Those are our collector editions. If you own all 3, you're a key master. You get a blue tag on Discord and a couple of other extra little benefits. So we purchased, there's 250 of those, right? There's 250 of those. So we had to purchase a minimum of 250 to satisfy the key masters and give them what we promised. So there's 250 that will go and be distributed to there. The other 250 are for collabs, they're for giveaways, they're for competitions and hackathons that we're going to be releasing. They're for anything that makes sense to give them away for free. Not a single one of them will be sold. Metakey Vault is an official Metakey Vault. It is by us. And so those 500 are for a distribution of people that provide value and they do all sorts of stuff with the competitions and giveaways that we got coming up. So I hope with those giveaways, I really hope that goes into the right hands. Maybe we can do it in a way that incentivizes those that are here. Is it too late to become a key master? You can always become a key master, guys. You just have to own edition 1, 2, and 3, because I guess the goal is those that supported us with the early editions, now that we have blown up, should be incentivized, right? So that was the decision to give them all a free edition 4. Anyway, all these other wallets, Chip NFT, I don't really know who that is. Mama Mi Papa, I don't even know who that is. Unnamed, Cherokee, Diston, not really. I don't. Akira, so someone, I don't think this is definitely not the official Akira wallet, right? Unnamed, Unimeta, Locust Zone. I personally don't know any of these guys on Twitter at all. I think they were just whales. You can see, I think some of them are selling. Like this person has 31. So good old Steve got 31. I don't even know how people were buying this when it wasn't even loading for us. Is Steve selling them? Cheeky Steve. Let's see what Steve is up to. Anyway, let's not see what Steve is up to. Steve is an owner of Metakeys. I'm pretty sure he's doing something. He's got 31 Metakeys. But anyway, there was Steve. There's all these people: Odagal, Unnamed, JPEG, Crab, Floor, Nilo, Whowords. A lot of these names I do not recognize on Twitter at all. I think the reality is that the NFT community is just super big right now. It's just massive. So any sort of drop, I think I have to assume the worst. I have to assume that it's going to fly away in 5 minutes. And even if it does push out things if it does push out things 1 month or 2 months away, then it has to be done that way, because it's either a terrible drop or we just push it out, and that's fine, and we get it okay. So this is Akira. Is this official Akira as well? Oh, well, I guess Akira. I'm not sure if that's officially them. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Maybe just someone that's anticipating the Akira drop. Okay. I kept reloading. Anon Nicole says I kept reloading. So did we, right? Yeah, 20 times. Yeah, same. We just kept on uploading, reloading Rarible. We even kept reloading the Metakey website, and we were surprised even that was down. Is the website up, Moz? Let me even check if the website's up. Is the Metakey up? Yeah. Okay, so what happened? Did that just go down on us? Okay, so well, the Metakey website is now up. So even this was coming up with an error. Anyway, guys, look, at the end of the day, there was a lot of tech resources that we need in-house. Anthony says, I kept refreshing. Yep, same. I had to buy an OpenSea P squared. I hope you got it at a good price. Again, I'm sorry if you missed out. Clone X is definitely coming up. Why no limit for purchase? Uma, we mentioned that before, no limit because Rarible doesn't allow a limit. That's my fault for trusting Rarible. Lol, I reloaded like 10,000 times. Yep. Good night. I go. Steve is calling me. Will Edition 4 get avatars still? That's a double ouch if so. Of course, Fraser. Every edition gets avatars. That's one of the biggest things that we're going to be doing for everyone, right? So I'm not going to really say much about the avatar project on Twitter. I think in EU, the site never reloaded. Well, we're in Australia, so maybe it was based on your location. Maybe if you're closer to the servers, it worked better. Got one, Maddie, but I'm guessing we're still not early for mass adoption. We are early, do you mean, for mass adoption? Like, yeah, you're right. In terms of we're not ready. Oh, we're not ready for mass adoption. Yeah, definitely. It's hard, guys, because if you think about it, like when, physical drops, even physical merch drops, so many bots, a lot of whales, people doing DDoS attacks because they want to buy and flip. Like they are these sort of actors that we have to cater to. And I guess it's not like whales aren't bad. Whales are just people that are taking, are just part of the marketplace, right? They want to buy X amount. They want to keep some, they want to flip some. Some people buy 3 or 4 and they flip 2 and they keep 2. That's okay. I guess for us, it's how do we limit them? So now we're learning with the NFT space. I think in the last 1 or 3 months, we've seen a lot of drops where lots of whales have come in. So I should have taken a deep look into what's going on and really come up with a solution there. Again, I think it really came down to, should we go with Rarible because Rarible has worked so far, worked fine, or should we transition to a new contract? And I was going to just say, okay, this is our last thing we're going to do with Rarible and transition. It will be the last thing we do with Rarible and transition. Not Rarible's fault, it's ours. And take it from there, because we need to implement things like, purchase restrictions. We need to limit things like whale movements and all that sort of stuff. So We'll be doing that later on. Why don't you just release more for 0.2 Ethereum? You said from day one you would keep selling for 0.2 Ethereum forever. Yeah, we will be. We will be, right? The kind of promise was, the kind of promise was that, can I treat you to some Nobu at Gotham City after lockdown? Jerry Sue. Cool, man. I like Nobu. I actually like Nobu. What was the question I read? Getting distracted now. There's so many here. Will you delay the Avatar project? The Avatar project is still in production, guys. Right? It still probably take 2 to 4 weeks to come through. All the artwork has been done. I don't really want to talk too much about the Avatar project. I think it'll firm the price too much, but it is still coming, and it's 2 to 4 weeks out, right? So it's still coming, right? And the good thing about it is the Metakeys will act as a mint pass, so there'll be no gas issues. There'll be no whales getting them unless you have a Metakey, and therefore, if you have a Metakey will qualify for it. So we're just gonna wait for a little bit till the distribution's a little bit better. I had a really good question that I mentioned, but I totally didn't. I forgot it. Adil says, Maddie, can you just commit to all drops going forward on your website? Yes, Adil, we will not go on Rarible. Max Poker, why don't you just release more for 0.2? You said from day one you keep selling 0.2 forever. Okay, Max, you're right. We can do more 0.2. We definitely can't do it with the Metakey Edition 4. It is what it is. We promise 0.2 Ethereum and a supply cap. For Metakey, it doesn't make sense to release more for that supply cap. If you mean another set, so Edition 5, yes, I think Edition 5, the good thing is the artist has pretty much been chosen. The artwork is not as complicated as this to make, so it shouldn't take that long. I think for us, it is to pretty much figure out from the tech side how we can make that happen moving forward. So my priority, as soon as this comes down a little bit and I get some breathing room and I get to talk to my team, is to come up with how to release Edition 5. But I'm not going to release Edition 5 until we've got to hit some sort of milestones with the distribution here. This is just a little bit too much, right? This is just too well oriented, and we need to hit some milestones, like, you know, at least a Decentraland HQ, some events, get the ball rolling for our current community before just suddenly releasing more. I would have thought, right? I know there's insane demand right now, so again, I'm gonna have a chat and see what happens. Maybe it does make sense to release another edition 5, because it is pretty epic, who we're working with and all that sort of stuff. But again, this is a conversation I'm going to have a bit internally. I haven't really had the chance to talk to my team. Sir, it's 5:15 a.m. for me. I'm kind of pissed, but I understand. Gerald, I appreciate you understanding. You know, at the end of the day, like, you know, totally my fault. I appreciate, I kind of understand, like, you guys are pissed. And to those that have been, you know, critical of that, or some sort of an understanding of the craziness of this space and given us some sort of leeway, you know, I appreciate you. Thank you. It's been tough dealing with the comments, but it's okay, because it is what it is. You know, it allows us to learn very quickly. I guess all that negativity is fine, but it allows us to really take in what happened and package it all up and come up with a better time next time. One thing I know is I remember, like, Decentraland, you know, the very early, like, Cheese Wizards from Dapper Labs, all these NFT projects in the 2018, 2019, 2020 space, they all had similar sort of issues, right? It's very difficult to plan for drops. Totally, yes. I think now there's a lot of information and a way forward. So just going to be taking it all in and coming up with strategy. Comments are honest and brutal. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'll take them. I'll take them. All right, distribution would be near 100% if the edition size was much bigger and these weren't flippable like V2 was for a month, says Max. Yeah, you are right. I guess the thing is, Max, is it would take the collectability factor out of the project, right? If we're going to work with artists, and this is some issues that we have internally working with artists, is that it's hard to convince artists to do like an unlimited supply or a huge supply, because for artists, they work on scarcity. Art is only valuable if it's scarce and rare. So if we're going to work with artists and add that collectability factor, there has to be some sort of rarity. Now, you guys know with previous editions, we've gone with 500 supply, 1,000 supply, 500 supply, 750 supply, 1,000 supply. And this was 7.5x times the most recent supply, which was Metakey Edition 3 from Marco-Matic. So we already thought it was a lot of supply. I honestly think even if we had gone to 10,000 supply, it still would have sold out pretty quickly. I think even with 15,000, it would have gone crazy. Why are you complaining about holder ratio but make it 25 per transaction? Not up to us. Rarible wasn't up to us. I'm complaining because it sucks from our end. Like, that is, I'm not really complaining. I'm kind of disappointed at the project and myself for really going with Rarible when we should have just gone with our own contract. But on Rarible, guys, you can't limit the transaction limit, right? There is no cap. You can't tell Rarible to say, okay, only allow people to mint one. What avatar is the edition 4 key for? That is in our Discord. So if you look at the announcement, scroll up, you'll see an avatar that's coming out. Maddie, crypto is so good for the humanity. Metaverse feels like the opposite. Don't you think so? You know, Roni, that is an interesting observation. It does seem very overwhelming in the metaverse, if we're going to call the metaverse the NFT space we see today. It seems overwhelming, disappointing. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of opportunity, but I think human nature comes in. At the end of the day, like, there's flippers that come in and ruin projects, or whales that come in and buy a lot. You know, there's disappointed people. There's certain factors that are taking shape, but I think because we're so early, guys, we are, like, yes, this space is 3 to 4 years early, but like 5 years early with the internet, and Google wasn't even around. So we're still at a stage where we're experimenting and we're learning, and we're coming up with parameters to make things better. Absolutely, there will be things to make drops better in the future. Again, I think it's just up to us to come up with them. So 2,138 owners. Let me refresh this and hope and pray that this is a little bit higher now. 2,138. 2,150. So 12 more owners in the last 5 minutes. Let's see what happens, guys. I'm just going to wait to see. What normally happens is flippers kind of get bored because they can't sell it at a certain price and the price goes down. But, you know, can't really comment too much on what the price is going to be. Rarity is good, but utility will push this project over the top. John says, I agree. I agree with that. Utility will push this project over the top. I guess I'm so used to like having a scarcity model with this. I want to give something that retains that value, right? Because what's going to happen is if we make it unlimited mint, is people will buy it for 0.2 Ethereum, and then there's no real reason for them for new people to buy it for 0.2 Ethereum, because they can probably buy it from someone else selling it for 0.15 because someone's probably used it, wants to sell it, and the complete unlimited cap hasn't really been explored yet. Maybe it will later on. So with this, guys, what I was planning on doing is to introduce our characters. So this one introduced our captain. And if you can see in there, she's running around and jumping around and doing stuff. So our captain is there. And she's going to be one of our mascots and one of our main characters in the whole project. So when we're building this sort of stuff in Decentraland, etc., in our games, the captain will be the main character, right? But we have another 2 characters. So there's 3 characters all up. The second character is a cat. Okay, the second character that we will be introducing is a cat. The third character is another pretty awesome character. And what I was planning, and we're talking with this internally, not yet finalized, is to make edition 4, 5, and 6 themed around these characters. And therefore, that's why we have a cap on these, because we want to do some fun stuff and be like, well, if you own edition 4, 5, and 6, you can merge them or do something. Maybe you get like an art piece or whatever if you own 4, 5, and 6. Completely internal conversations. Pretend they're speculation for now, but we are still deciding what to do. When are you coming to the Gold Coast so I can have some Wagyu with you? Angus. His name's Angus, and he's asking for Wagyu. Dude, I would love to when COVID opens up a little bit. Oh, fun. Look what we all missed out on, says Mac. The reason is because someone during the drop was selling fake Metakey 4, says Anon. Is that true? Maddie, things will be better and get better. You are truly a pioneer in this space, says NFT Cluck. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for all you do. I had to buy at 0.5, but the future is bright for Metakey. NFT Cluck, dude, so sad that you had to buy for a little bit more expensive. Grateful that you bought. Thank you for the kind words. You know, at this stage, I appreciate it. Sounds awesome. What are the secondary sale royalties, and is any going back to the community? JJ asks, so the secondary sale royalties are only 2.5% for Metakey and 2.5% for the artist. So we take 5%, which is like very minimal, and we split it totally in half for the artists. So the artists will be hopefully taken care of for the rest of the Metakey project, with the 2.5% royalty. Does any go back to the community? No, well, what we may do this treasury thing, right? So we're coming up with maybe a treasury that may be managed by the DAO. But if we do that, then we have to add more percentage on that royalty. So the problem is, if you add more royalty percentage, then you just have people doing OTC trades and not really trading on the secondary market. Maddie, for multiple key holders, please issue one avatar, so this will encourage them to sell. Sayed says, you know, we will look into that, but at this stage, you know, we got to make sure everyone's, well, at least as many people as we can. We got to try and make them happy. I bought 3 fake, my own stupidity, but yes, I did, says Edward. Did you really? Can you just comment how that was done? I think there was links that were posted. So what happened, guys, in Discord is the bots went down. Some bots broke, some bots were disabled. All kinds of messed up stuff with our Discord bots. So that allowed some people to spam links. I hope one, they're all deleted. And again, I'm sorry if anyone got scammed. It's just so much stuff that we have to deal with in terms of social management that, you know, again, double, triple the hires and recalibrate next time. I'm happy the artist gets that 2.5%. He said it took 3 to 4 months of salary to mint his first NFT. This will be life-changing for him. Eric, you're right. You know, we're honored that we can help artists, and they help us. Like, look at this art piece. It's amazing in every level. Like the value they bring to the space as a whole, the NFT space as a whole, let alone our project, is immense. So, you know, hooking them up with royalties, that's pretty much a split with what Metakey does. I think tells them the value that they're bringing us. It's an equal trade of value. You know, like, artists aren't a small thing. They do a lot for projects. They basically build the front end of the project. So we are grateful for Jer for working with us. They will just split wallets. You're right. If we do that, then they'll probably just split wallets. I love this community. I want to be a part of that. I'd like to know what action you will take to support this. Aladdin. What action I'll take to support this? Do you mean what we're doing moving forward? At the end of the day, guys, like, we will have to just recalibrate and figure it out. Like, pretty much just hit this go live button as soon as I felt we had to. Didn't really have the time to talk to my team. Come to Sydney, we will go for the Rolex store. Mustafa. I am so sad. Now they deleted that NFT from Rarible too. That account is now blocked. Other people are finding out. How many people bought from there? That's really sad, guys. I hope it wasn't that many. Like, our one has a verified checklist. I hope that one didn't have a verified checklist. And you know, at the end of the day, like, we take responsibility for a lot of things. But verification is the only way, like, we can qualify these contracts, guys. Like, there's going to be scams and stuff during these drops, and people posting on Twitter about spammy links. I just hope not many people were burnt through it. How can I find channels as I own a Metakey? Which channels are you talking about, Nivesh? Because it's on Discord. If you go to the Metakey Twitter handle, the official one, you'll see the Discord link there. Right. So Edward says he refreshed, and then checked Rarible and probably went to the faker one from there. Right. That's annoying, man. Sorry to hear, Edward. I don't know how I got into the wrong link. Right. So Edward says he doesn't know. Maybe you clicked it somewhere. Look, I don't know. Again, just apologize for just the madness that happened during that 20 minutes. I actually think edition 3 is worth more if there are only 1,000 for 2.6 ETH, when 7,500 for 0.5. Just divide 2.6 to 7.5k, says Roni. Look, I don't know the value of the Metakeys. The design of it is to get less scarce as we go on. Edition 1, 2, and 3 are more scarce than edition 4. You'll be able to get into the Meta Academy very soon. Dev has his hands full investigating the sale, but you won't have to wait long. Why not? I sold my Metakey 3 for a couple of 4s. I'm keen to get back in, says Crypto Lurker. Dude, I think some people saw the Metakey 3 to get an edition 4. To those people, I hope you got an edition 4. I apologize if I don't think edition 3 has gone up that much in value over the last month. Sorry, over the last week or so. I hope you're able to buy back in. Mechaverse is doing a raffle. If it is successful, then I think that is the way to go in the future. Look, we're listening and looking at how everyone else is doing it. Just completely open to be students right now. Like there's no, definitely not from the tech side of things. Like me personally, and just looking at how people are managing all this, looking at Mechaverse, looking at Artifact Studio, and seeing how it says. Cranksy says, "Maddie, I'm sad." Cranksy, I'm so sorry, dude. The fake Rarible was Metakey. Real one is the Metakey. Gas cost $75 today. Was excited to buy off OpenSea. Did you get one, TKL? I hope you did. Send you lots of love, Maddie. We KMs have your keymaster. We KMs have your back. I'm assuming you're saying keymasters is there, Andre. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate the love coming in. It's all right. It happens with almost every NFT drop these days. Even with one who allow 1 mint per transaction, it feels like whales always win. Vanit, you're right. It happens with a lot. I guess the best we can do is minimize it to some degree. Like my hope would have just have been if that 20-30 minute period, if Rarible held up and people got at least one when they try to mint. It's just really sad and unanticipated. Totally my fault to see Rarible go down during that 20 minutes. If it didn't go down, I think we would have been much more happier as a company and as a community. Metakey 5 only for current Metakey holders. Metakey 5. Look, the thing about reserving things for only Metakey holders, especially the next editions, is it doesn't grow the community, and there's a lot of new people that want to get in. So we just got to balance that, right? I want the community to grow. Like this isn't supposed to be capped at 5,000 or 10,000. There's millions of people that will enter this space. Imagine all of them have the Metakey. Imagine all of them participating in our games. Imagine airdrops and giveaways and a social community with, all right, maybe not millions, let's just say tens of thousands of people that are going into our games. They make all Metakeys rare because they're batched, right? And they become collector series in time as time goes by. Like Xcopy. Now, Xcopy is an artist, so things work quite differently, but he's got multi-editions. He's got, 130 or so single editions. He's got so much art out there, and they all go up in value because they're all designed differently. Again, that's an art. This is utility, but what we're trying to do is add collectability and an artistic touch and scarcity so that there is collectability with the Metakeys. So that's it. I can't believe I missed out as Metakey 3 holder, and I had to buy Metakey 4 at 0.4 ETH resale. Haha. Ben, so you're a Metakey 3 holder, but you bought a Metakey 4 at 0.4. Man, again, sorry you missed out the 0.2. So many people missed out. Even like my friends that were like, Maddie, like I can't wait for the drop. None of them got through, so they'll have to buy on secondary. Like we didn't have anything internally. Kevin says your transparency is utmost appreciated to the NFT space. Keep working at it and low-key on top. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Kevin, so much. One person per one account would make the community more happier. Haha. Kogi says, yep, 100%. Next time we are doing that. I think Metakeys, the benefit that will have is it'll probably take much more longer for whales to buy if they want, and they'll probably get frustrated. 2, it'll take Metakeys much more longer to sell out, which honestly in this day and age it's better that way. Like if it takes 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months to sell out, that's fine. That's better because suddenly we there's not, people aren't about buying whales and flipping it real quickly, and the space has time to recalibrate in terms of the total owners, etc. Mav says not balancing. If you would have let the holders of Metakey get a mint pass for one, you would have been allowing your community to make the flips rather than scalpers. That is true. That is true. I guess that makes sense. At least we can do a mint pass. So I think what we'll do is maybe next time do a mint pass for current edition holders to at least get one. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, Mav. I will write that down. Actually. Write down mint pass. All right, that's taken. I'm from Melbourne. Can I get in by hand? I don't know what that means, Casio. Vanit, maybe an NFT drop require KYC before the drop. KYC is just too touchy in this space. Like, I'm the only dude that's like this public. I don't think many others like being this public because people, people will hunt you down and steal your stuff. So I don't care. My stuff's quite secure. So KYC is a little bit touchy. I think that's a bit out of the question. Angus says, error, could not detect a Metakey. You can purchase one by clicking the buy now button below, says Angus. So I think Angus is trying to get into the Metacademy, Moz. So Metacademy, if you can, I think we're taking a look at that. Our tech team is a little bit under pressure right now. So just hold the line a little bit, guys, if you're trying to get into our products, because we're just trying to fix everything. JJ, respect for manning up and streaming today. The Discord comments are brutal. I know, dude. JJ or girl, it is what it is, guys. Like, I've been through this stuff. Like, I've seen this stuff. So it's humbling. It is brutal and humbling, and just taking it, right. Maddie, is there a reason why you can't bump the supply cap up and do a whitelist for members of the community who missed out? This only hurts flippers and whales and helps new and existing key holders. Slim, I think it's just out of the question, man, because once you've promised a supply cap, like, it is taboo in this space to add more supply in anything, in crypto. Like, that's how you just, like, this is pretty bad for our project that a lot of whales got this. I think redefining the supply will be a little bit harsh, like, just be a cherry on top. So yeah, that'll put a lot of faith, a lot less faith in us if we would release the next edition. I think we can release it at Metakey Edition 5 with a whole new artist, and I promise you the artist is going to be great. Like, it's not going to be, we've only gotten better with our artists, or at least match them in their awesomeness. And like, whatever we got coming in the future is designed to get everyone happy that gets one. So Metakey Edition 5 will be focused on getting everyone that edition that is participating. At the end of the day, like, if we're releasing 7,500 Metakey Edition 5s and 50,000 people want it, there is going to be brutal comments because people will miss out. That's just the nature of it. The supply isn't like that. Maybe we'll have to get Metakey Edition 5 and 6 on the ready to launch straight away, or something, right? Anyway, again, internal conversations need to be had. Ask the complainers where they went. Ask the complainers where they were when you launched 1, 2, and 3 editions. Yeah, it's okay to complain, guys. Like, it is frustrating. It's frustrating, and I appreciate the early supporters of 1, 2, and 3 editions. When the project had not blown up and everyone was finding us organically, I didn't really push it on Twitter, as you guys know. Like, people shill the crap out of their projects on Twitter. I don't even retweet the Metakey Academy tweets sometimes. I do it rarely because I want the Metakey project to be its own beast. I don't want it to be influencer affected, because I'm blessed to have 96,000 followers on Twitter. So I try not to put too much influence on the Metakey, although it is my project. I just want the community to be organic and grown until I start to really push the project, not because of the price, but because of the awareness, and I want people to be part of the project. I was here for 2 and 3, but I didn't know how to buy NFT at the time, nor did I have the money then, says Once Upon a Time, right? Max Poker, I have gotten all editions, including this one, and I'm still complaining, says Max Poker. Max, why complaining, man? I'm sorry, dude, but you get a free edition, so you got all editions, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you got including this one. Yeah. Again, appreciate the criticism, no matter who it comes from, right? Edition holders, non-edition holders. I was sleeping, but I'm not complaining now. That's life, boys, and we all learn from it and go. No brutal comments for smooth process. The sneaky vampire syndicate release. Angus, I'm curious how you run a company when all your income is in ETH. Do you withdraw or keep as ETH for tax reasons? Some people we pay in ETH. Some people we withdraw some of it to pay people. Tax is an issue. Like, we live in Australia. The jurisdiction here is pretty stringent. We just have to go with it, right? We have to set up a company structure. We have a trust and a company under the trust, so we have an accounting setup to minimize our tax. But it's all public, it's all on paper, and there's nothing dodgy going on with the tax. At the end of the day, it is set up to pay our taxes as legally we should. Do you trade SOG NFT cards from 2015 with a Metakey, please? I'm not sure what you mean there. Do you trade SOG card? Sorry, the flashback. Is there a giveaway today, Roni? No, there isn't a giveaway today. We will do another giveaway again. Today is just me talking to people about the Metakey. All right, guys. I think that is it. I am learning from you guys. I appreciate all the feedback, and I'm sorry for the concerns that people did not get into the Metakey. Hopefully this video will be recorded. You can revisit it and send it to people that you think just were unhappy again. Send your comments my way, send people my way. I will deal with it. We will be talking internally and try our very best to do better, right? That is the best we can do. That's all we can do. We can just try and get better, right? I remember the early days of Decentraland. I remember launch day of Decentraland where 20, 30,000 people entered DCL, which was massive at the time. And it was crashing for everyone. No one was getting anything. People were getting prizes and no one could claim the prize. It was absolute mayhem in Decentraland on launch day. Now, 1 year later, people are a little bit much more happier. There's so much better. The glitches are gone. People can buy land. They can build on their stuff. There's wearables open to everyone. And so we hope to be a project that will continue to deliver and continue to make things better for people. So if you missed out, I promise I'll make it work for next time, that the distribution is better. I will implement something. We're not going to release that until we got that sorted out. Organic growth, that's the key. I totally agree, CG. Thanks for your time. Keen for future keys. Thank you, Mustafa. We appreciate you and the team, says Anthony. All launches have issues. Did you see VFriends? I actually didn't see VFriends. So I don't know what happened there. I think a lot of people probably missed out. That would have had insane demand as well. You continue to do the best you can, and that's all we can ask. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, giving us a chance, giving me a chance to explain myself. And all I can do is hope that the distribution gets better, and we plan, not so much hope that we plan for a better drop, but we will do a better drop. That is my promise to you guys. So we're not going to release a Metakey Edition 5 until there is a way to do it better, so that everyone that wants one can get one. Again, if there's 50,000 people that want one and we're only releasing 10,000, I can't. It's literally impossible to get the other 40,000 people happy. But we'll make it so that it isn't whales buying the majority. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. We will do another giveaway. I will look into my team. We'll have a chat and we will talk to you guys again. Thanks for tuning in. 7 p.m. EST, guys. I do an NFT daily live stream, so tune into this if you want to check it out. Tomorrow, today was a lot about the Metakey, not much about news, but I hope I answered some questions, and we'll be back tomorrow with some news and a little bit more about Metakey if we talk and come up with some solutions. So take care. Again, thank you so much for the kindness and the criticism and whatever you sent my way. It's all been learning, and take care. Have a nice day, and hope you guys get a Metakey or connect in some other way. Take care, guys.